Hi guys, Freddie B here. Welcome to NFL Week 16. Freddie Bz Pathetic picks. I'll tell you what. Lucky thy name is Freddie B. 11-5 last week. What a comeback. The Comeback Kid, brought to you by Clayton's Siesta Grill out on Siesta Key in Sarasota, Florida. I'm dumbfounded. But if you go back through the tape, I double-checked it, triple-checked it. I think I went 11-5. Probably the best week for Freddie B after a terrible losing week prior in Week 14. So, Las Vegas put up a bunch of points, which was pretty amazing in that Thursday night game. And nobody thought that Philadelphia was going to lose Monday night, or I would have done even better. But nonetheless, it is Week 16. It is a great week. It's Christmas week. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah belatedly to all my friends who celebrate Hanukkah. It is Christmas on Sunday, and they're playing Sunday. They're playing NFL football on Christmas Day on Monday, and on Sunday, December 24th, they're playing a lot of games. So, with that said, we got a lot of football to go through, starting with, excuse me, still have the crud. If you've got this, I gotta tell you, this is hard to shake. It's not a full-blown cold. It's just congestion in your chest. It's terrible, and it sucks, but 2 weeks, but I think I'm almost over it, so maybe another good night's sleep and off we'll go. Thursday, December 31st, New Orleans, 7-7, at the LA Rams, 7-7. New Orleans is playing for playoffs because they're in the NFC North with the Tampa Bay Bucks and all the other teams of mediocrity, as I like to call them. The Rams are playing spoiler, but they are playing at home, so I'm going to give the Rams the edge here and say the Rams are going to win. Plus, I need a Buccaneer win and a Saints loss. That will take some of the pressure off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then we go to Friday, December 23rd. We're going to have Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Okay? Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Interesting. Cincinnati's 8-6 at Pittsburgh, who's playing pretty well at 7-7. This team has some meaning. And Cincinnati is in the AFC North, and everybody is tied at 8-6 in the AFC North. So this is kind of like a must-win game for the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh 7-7. You know, I think it might be the NFC South. I'm sorry. Anyway, no, AFC. I'm pretty sure it's Pittsburgh's AFC North. I'll pull that up. I'll check in a second here. We'll get the standings and whatever. But here we go. So that'll come up. So I think Pittsburgh's really, you know, they can afford to lose a game or whatever. They're really got nothing to live for here. Cincinnati is 8-6. Pittsburgh 7-7. They're really playing for the bottom of the AFC North. You got the Ravens that are walking away with it. They're 2 games up on the Cleveland Browns, and they're probably going to win the AFC North. The Browns are playing for a wild card spot. So I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to take Cincinnati in this one, even though they're going to Pittsburgh. They're close enough that there is a home field advantage for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a great city, very pretty. If you come out under a tunnel, poof, there it is. It's really neat. But I'm going to go with Cincinnati in that game. Buffalo's going to the Chargers. Buffalo's 8-6, coming off a monster win at Dallas Cowboys against the Chargers, who are basically nothing. They're 5-6. They're kind of on the suck list. So Buffalo takes that game. Then we go to Sunday. And the first game at 1 o'clock is going to be Indianapolis at Atlanta. You know how Indianapolis, resurging team, doing very well. Going to take Indianapolis over Atlanta, even though Atlanta's at home. Conversely, I'm taking Seattle, who beat the Eagles, so they got to be jacked up. Basically beat the best team in the NFL. They beat the Eagles, so they found some way to win. They're 7-7. They're going into another suckless team, the Tennessee Titans, that Miami should not have lost to again. But still, They did. So I'm going to take Seattle in that one there. Detroit goes to Minnesota. Detroit's lost a couple of games, but the Vikings are just the Vikings. And I'm going to take Detroit. Not in an upset, but they're going into Minnesota's house, and they're going to play and win there. Then you got the Redskins against the Jets. Okay, the Redskins they are one of the top 4 teams in the NFL on the suck list. The only thing I can tell you about the Redskins that I'm really, really in favor of is the one of the head honchos of the Indian Nation has petitioned the Washington team to take the Redskins name back. And I'm 100% for that. If you're 100% for that, put it down in the comments if you'd like. Because I think the Redskins have lost their identity as the Commanders. Considering the leadership that is in Washington right now, Commander does not fill me with a lot of confidence. Let's just put it that way. All right. Anyway, they're going to go to the Jets, the New York Football Jets. They're going to play at the Jets, and they're going to lose at the Jets. The Jets are going to win that game. Green Bay going to Carolina. I got to give it to the Panthers, but your guy right here did pick that game. Okay, Carolina played, who was it last week? Played Atlanta. Ha! There you go. And that's why. And I said it would be an upset. Carolina won. So they are still on the suck list. It's a team that could go only way but up. They keep first place in the first round pick competition with that win anyway. And they're going to lose to the Green Bay Packers. Next up, Cleveland's going to Houston. Tough game. The Texans are 8-6 against the 9-5 Cleveland Browns. These are 2 pretty good teams. Cleveland's probably the better team, Scott. And I actually saw Scott and his wife last Sunday watch the end of the Cleveland game with them, and they were biting their nails off. And I said, if you just have some faith in Freddie B, you will see that Cleveland will win the game. And I believe they did. They beat Chicago. So Cleveland won that game last week against Chicago. They're going to win this game against Houston this week. Then you got the battle for second best in Florida. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars, okay, playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay. Tampa Bay played pretty good last week. I hate to say this, it was the first week I didn't pick them, and that's one of my losses. So had I normally picked the Buccaneers like I normally do, I would have been 12-4. But nonetheless, shame on me, and I'm taking Tampa Bay at home against Jacksonville, and I realized Jacksonville is probably coming in as a favorite, okay? Because Tampa Bay is just barely off the mediocre list, and Jacksonville's a pretty good team. But I'm going to go with the home field advantage, and somebody's got to be the second best team in the state of Florida, and it's going to be Tampa Bay. That day, Jacksonville will still have a better record, however, even that, because they're 8-6. Actually what they would do is they would tie up their records. So there they go. Then you got the game of the games. Now you got Dallas-Miami. Now, 30 years ago in the Sleep Bowl, I want you Dallas fans and Miami fans to remember, Marino's out with an Achilles tendon. Steve DeBerg is Miami quarterback. Nobody can score because there is a Dallas nor'easter going on in Texas Stadium, and there's that much sleet and snow and ice and corn on the field. So, Pete Stoyanovich, one of the greatest kickers in the NFL, lines up for about a 29-yard kick. And Dallas, thinking because it's so crappy and it's hard to get control, Jimmy Johnson said this. He said, why don't we put a big lineman up there? Maybe he can block that kick. Block that hole if it's a low kick. And that's exactly what happens. So Stoyo hits the thing. Dallas is leading, by the way, by 2 points. So this would have been Miami for the win. The ball is deflected, and the kick is blocked, and the ball's on the ground. Now, the ball is spinning towards the end zone because it's 4th down, and the clock is still running. And what Miami is waiting to do is just surrounding the ball so that they can touch the ball down to give Dallas just crappy field position. Well, Leon Lett has never played special teams, and he thought that loose ball was a ball that needed to be recovered. So he went sliding in to get the ball, thinking he was doing the right thing, and what happened is he hit it with his knee, which made the ball live again, and then Miami pounced on it, recovers the fumble, gets a 19-yard Stoyo field goal, and Miami wins the game. Well, my friends, here's what's going to happen this time. Dallas is at Miami. There's not going to be any snow. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be two really good teams playing each other. Miami's going to prove, though, one thing. You can beat a winning team, and Miami's going to win that game. And it's going to be a pretty good game, but Miami's going to win by at least a touchdown. Take that to the Freddie B Bank. Then you've got the resurgent New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos, who are actually pretty good. And Broncos, I think, are almost to the point now where they are in second place, 7-7, 2 behind Kansas City. They could be in the wild card spot. So, hang on, excuse me. Excuse me. They could be in a wild card spot, and New England has nothing to play for. I mean, Belichick's playing for his job. So, I'm going to take Denver because the Broncos are playing Mile High Stadium. They're all going to smoke a bunch of dope anyway. They're going to get all high up there in Denver, and it's an 8:15 game, and it's right around, it's Christmas Eve. Hopefully it'll snow. It'll be great. Hopefully it's a big, great snow game, if you like snow games, which you know I do. And Denver beats New England there. Then Monday, on Christmas Day, okay, again, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. The whole season, I hope, is great for you. And I hope next year is a better year for you. Regardless of how you ended up this year, even if you ended up with $1 billion, I hope next year's a better year for you. And you end up with 2. Who knows? Las Vegas is going to Kansas City. Las Vegas Raiders are 6-8. They might be a little better than their record indicates. I don't know. Kansas City is obviously pretty good, and they're playing at home, so I'm giving Kansas City that. Philadelphia is not going to lose 2 games in a row. Plus, they're playing the New York Football Giants. Okay? They're playing in Philadelphia. That's a 4:30 game. And so a twilight game, if you will. And Philadelphia is going to win that. And then finally, at 8:15, the Baltimore Ravens, really, probably the class of the AFC. I hate to say that. You know me. The AFC North, 11-3, Ravens, doing pretty good. I got to say, they're probably going to go to San Francisco. And here's what's going to... San Francisco's going to win because they are used to the fecal smell that permeates all throughout the city of San Francisco because of the incredible filth and homeless problem that is there. Now, it's not the good citizens of San Francisco's fault, other than whom they elect as their leadership. But San Francisco's going to win, and they're going to win because the Ravens are going to be like this because they're trying to get rid of the smell. Anyway, so again, Freddie B's fabulous, pathetic picks. I want to say Merry Christmas to you. Happy Hanukkah to my friends who celebrate Hanukkah. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas season. We'll be back for week 17 and for the new year. And I hope to talk to you soon. Do me a favor, subscribe if you like. Leave a comment if you want. It's great. Look forward to talking to you soon. Ta-ta for now.